Hello, investigators, and welcome to Until the End of Time. My name is Veronica. Please let me know how my voice is on this one. I messed with the microphone a bit. I regressed it last time, and I noticed that my computer has delightfully decided to make my microphone only count at half volume, which might explain why I was so low last time. So, that's fun. Anyway, I decided to do another kind of random fun stream. Fun, that's to be determined. If you've been in chat a lot, you might have already heard me say this. Both my parents got positive tests on coronavirus this week, yesterday. And I'm also feeling a couple of symptoms. That's probably COVID. So let's just say your girl's not doing great. So I decided to live stream to hopefully take my mind off things because I've been pretty stressing about that. So yeah, it's hopefully going to be a fun time. I'm hoping some people show up, have a chat. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. So hoping for a fun time. Last time I streamed, I was playing the third scenario in Return to the Circle Undone, The Secret Name. Zoey bonked a whole bunch of rats. Wendy Adams used her compass to find all the clues. It was a grand old time, and those decks are going forward. For upgrades, I decided that Wendy had 7 XP. She was going to buy a second copy of an ally that I didn't get a chance to play at all last time, which was the Jacob Morrison, as well as a copy of Charisma. And I think Lost XP was another cheat the system, top of my head. Basically, Jacob Morrison is kind of an interesting ally because he's comparable in cost and sort of effect to a different very good ally in Survivor, which is Granny Orn. Granny Orn gives a static +1 intellect and +1 willpower. She's, I think, a 1/4, I want to say 4 resources, 3 XP. Might be 3 resources, 3 XP. But the big thing there is that her ability lets you do a sort of mini lucky on any investigation location. So if somebody's going to fail a test, exhaust her, they either fail by 1 more or 1 less. They get +1 skill value or -1 skill value for the test. The Jacob gives +2 skill value for only your tests, and he doesn't ready normally. You have to drop less tokens. So Jacob is a lot of time going to be worse, or at least less reliable than Granny Orn. But if you're drawing enough blessed tokens, he could actually be better. I also think he's just fun, and I haven't had a chance to play him, and I've played plenty of Granny Orn. So he's going in more so on the coolness factor than anything else. Zoey, meanwhile, 5 XP for her was a bit tricky, because there's a lot of cards that I want her to take. Stick to the Plan is one of them, and the other Hammer, obviously. But ultimately settled on none of those, and instead grabbing a second or copy of Nephthys, the ally, which is sort of a blessed token kind of collector. Gets you blessed tokens and then uses them for various effects, either sort of a damagey shot or just recurring them. And she's also +1 willpower, which we care about. And I also upgraded got a copy of Ever Vigilant, which is gonna go and stick to the plan if I ever get the XP for that. We have a lot of setup assets, so that would be nice. And that's it, because, 5 XP, and I forgot Nephthys is 4 XP. For some reason I thought she was 3. Anyway, Wages of Sin, this one's kind of a classic as being pretty brutally hard. We have these heretics we're gonna have to deal with. Sip of water. Stay hydrated, people. Especially if you're feeling sick. Lots of water. It definitely helps. So where was I? Right. So we're gonna have to deal with these heretics. Hammer's gonna bonk them. We do have one upside, so we have the Hanged Man. As part of this campaign's setup, I did a tarot reading. Got all 8 tarots out in the order of the scenarios. You can actually see on the agenda here. That's not right. You're not supposed to be there. Sorry, I think there was a TTS error earlier, but I think everything else got fixed, so I hope, if anything else weird shows up, I'm sorry, but we had a little oopsie-daisy with hitting one of the buttons we weren't supposed to hit. Anyway, you can see on the agenda here that the Hanged Man is actually the agenda we're dealing with here, and this lets us take 2 additional mulligans. This is a very powerful effect. It basically means that we can start with, as close to a perfect hand as I think we're ever going to get. So let's start with that, and yeah, let's just do opening hands here. Okay, here we get to see the power of this effect in action. So we have one of the cards that we really want in our opening hand, the Compass. But most of the rest isn't that great. I'm kind of on keeping Jacob for now because he's not the best ally turn 1, but I didn't get to play him at all last scenario, so I'm feeling a little bad for him. let's give him a chance to impress. So we're gonna keep these 2 and draw 3 new cards. All right. So here we have interesting choices to make, and so because I could keep like Dark Horse, also nice to have like a big stat boost, but on the other hand, it's like, well, turn 1 we could go Compass, LaBranche, get a resource, but I know that the hand that I wanna keep has Crafty in it, because that's a really good card with Compass. So I'm actually kind of on mulliganing either the LaBranche or the Jacob. I'm definitely mulliganing these 2. I'm thinking about the other 2 cards. So I still have this mulligan and then one more mulligan. And so I think I need to mulligan Jacob. I think the thing is the deck doesn't need Jacob to get going, and for this scenario, early on, you just need to be able to get a bunch of clues, and getting Crafty out is way more important than getting Jacob out. So we get 3 more cards. Well, we get our Amulet, that's nice. We get Slip Away, that's useless, and we get Blur. Awkwardly, we haven't gotten the card that we've been talking about the whole time, Crafty, but I think at this point... Well, we're keeping the Amulet, because having Amulet in opening hand is just great, because it means that at any point when we have our discard, once we draw an Abandon alone, we can then drop the Amulet and start doing shenanigans with it. I'm going to mulligan Blur, because I don't think I need the help to evade early on, and I'm going to mulligan the event, draw into both our weaknesses. Okay, well, for all of me talking about how powerful that mulligan is, and then we don't actually get the card that we're looking for. It's about a third of our deck, so to be fair... it's not entirely statistically unlikely. It's a little improbable. I should probably also post this on Reddit now that I think about it. Let me just post around the socials a bit. I mean, I do want to be a good social-y person. Alright. At least on Twitter. Here we go. Sorry for the wait. We're gonna have to do a little bit of a socials. Okay. Okay, so we just did our opening hand for Wendy. We are now opening hand Zoey. I swear I shuffled these decks. Alright then. So, well, we have the hammer again. Turn 1. There's only 1 copy in the deck, to be clear. That's kind of insane. Okay, so what does this deck... Well, what we really want out of our opening hands, I think, is... what's it called? The ritual. Come on, Rite of Sanctification. So we can play some of these assets without having to pay for them. I'm trusting Wendy to get the clues, so I can mulligan 6 10s. I'm also mulliganing Mirror, and I'm mulliganing Overpower. 1, 2, 3, 4. This hand is insane. Or it would be if I had money to play this stuff. Am I keeping the Rosary? I think I'm mulliganing these 2. So remember, I have multiple mulligans because of the tarot card, if you just joined us. 1, 2, nope. And then I believe this is the last mulligan. 1, 2. Could have been better. Okay, so for all the power of that mulligans, those weren't the best. I mean, part of that is because we drew some of the really good cards early on, so I guess that's okay. There's a 4 Shroud, 2 clues location here, 3 Shroud, 4 clues, 2 Shrouds, 4 clues. This one makes Mythos Fate hit a little harder. This is irrelevant now. Alright, let's get started. So our first objective, get 6 clues. Locations can be flipped over. Why would we even want to flip over locations? There's no ghosts here. Alrighty, so starting us off strong, I think Wendy's just going to play, and move to the... do I do that? The thing is, I can move here, but if I do that, then I'm taking basically the Mythos Phase banishment without really getting a benefit, because next turn I could also just move and then investigate. I'll draw a card. Should probably draw first. Okay, well that doesn't influence anything. Not getting punished for my bad behavior at least. Well, over on Zoe's side, again, we don't want to play Hammer turn 1. We want to play our other assets first. So first action, I'm going to draw cards. Well, there it is, but we don't have the bless tokens yet. Well, in that case, I'm just going to keep... Okay, you have to admit, that's kind of funny. I'll move over to the Haunted Fields. So next turn, I'm going to have Wendy play Keep Fate, and then we can start playing some assets. Upkeep. Oh, well, or we can play Keep Fate ourselves. Doomon, Wendy's the lead investigator. She draws Ominous Portents. Peril. Either draw a Spectral Encounter card or test Willpower 3. If you fail, take 2 horror. Well, what if we just, test Willpower 3 and don't take any horror? Like that. Seems like a plan. And Zoe draws Malign. Decrease the cost of every card you played by 1. No! Bad encounter deck. Wow, that's rude. I could try to counter that with Ward of Radiance, but we have no blast tokens in the bag, so odds of succeeding pretty slim. It's probably fine. It's fine, right? Yeah, it'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about. What's the worst that could happen? We could get stuck with that for a really long time and not be able to clear it, but we'll probably be fine. Actually, I'll just have Zoe go first. First action, she'll try to just clear this, commit the Ward of Radiance, because I think that's more useful. Ah, come on. Okay, so that's a -3. That doesn't make it. The problem with the everything has +1 cost is like it cascades if you're trying to use it to play economy cards, because then all your economy cards get way worse. So I'm just going to try again. -3. Oh my word. Okay. Well, I can still just sit around doing nothing for a little bit, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to clear this. There we go. It's gone. That was not good, as they say. So move. Actually, hold on. I should think about my turn before I take it, because I know I'm going to move and I'm going to compass. I also know that I'm probably going to play Keep Fate after. Well, I'm going to have to play Keep Fate during the skill test anyway, because reasons. Because I want to go down to 0 resources. So I should probably draw a card now, because in case that I draw Abandon alone, it would have been great. So move here. Why is the connection icon here missing? That's weird. Those are definitely connected. Anyway, move here. And then last action, investigate with the compass. I will play Keep Fate. Add 4 blast tokens to the chaos bag. I am now dark horsing. And I'll commit a perception. We are broke. And of course we immediately draw bless, which we will use to get a +2. So we succeed, draw a card from the perception, and get 2 clues from here. And then we will use LaBranche to get an extra resource. Then we got upkeep. Second compass. That could be very good here, actually. Normally I don't much care for the second compass, but there are a lot of clues on this scenario, and a lot of locations have more than 1 clue. Another land. Test agility 5 for each point. You have to do mill the encounter deck, and then if you hit a curse, you take direct over. Is it worth redrawing? Because like I have a slip away that I don't really care for. Then it's like 2 horror. I don't think I care for the 2 horror that much. Yeah, sure. So what is it? 5, 1, 2. There's a curse. 3, 4, 5. Oh, we definitely hit a curse. Ooh, we also hit a very nasty witch, so that's good. So direct horror, direct horror. Ah, yes, the spoiled. All right. So all the skill tests get more difficult if you succeed at skill tests. That's fine. At least it's not anything that's gonna be a bother. All right. I'll let Zoe go first. Play Keep Fate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wanted to add 5, but that's not allowed. First action, play Rite of Sanctification. Seal 5 blast tokens. Second action, release a blast token, and play a bandolier. Third action, play a cross. And then we go to upkeep. So Zoe's just slowly getting set up. Wendy's getting... Wait, we don't go to upkeep. Wendy gets to take her turn still. Yeah. I feel like I want to play around Crafty, because I feel like Crafty's worth playing around. So, grab a resource, play the Crafty, and then investigate here with a compass, spending 2 to boost my skill value. Puts me at 5 versus 2. And that's another sign, so it doesn't really do anything but make me succeed. I'll LeBrunch for an extra resource. Alright, let's go to upkeep. For real this time. There's the other Crafty, nice. And a mirror, not bad actually. So 3 Doom in, we have a little bit of time left to go, but should probably start... Oh. Well, this Vice Villainy is going on LeBrunch. Don't really see a lot of other cards that I want to get rid of. And LeBrunch I have a second copy that, you know, she's unique anyway. And a Covenant Initiate. Hey, it's finally time for some witches to show up. Alright, so she discards the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Causes the encounter deck run out of cards. You draw an X. Well, 1, 2. And then we have a couple of triggers as well. Zoe's going to gain a resource. And I think I'm just going to spend a resource to deal her 1 damage. Because I can then just punt her with the Overpower and then continue setting up. That seems good. Let's do that. Punch with the Overpower. Wish. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go again. Draw a card from Overpower and kill her. I'll test her 1 harder. I will release a blast token. And pay 3 to play Cyclopean Hammer. How many blast tokens are in the bag right now? 2. That's not enough for a second right. And I do have an action left, but I kind of don't feel like doing the Spoiled. I kind of want to just get that with the Holy Rosary out. Yeah, I'll just draw a card, I think. Should have maybe played Glory. Ooh, Favor of the Sun. That's fun. Over on Team Dark Horse. Well, she's running out of clues over there. Let's go find other places with more clues. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Gain a resource. Just making sure that I'm not missing anything obvious. Play a second Crafty. And spend 3 of these resources to pay for a second Mariner's Compass, and then use LeBrunch to get a resource. Alright. Yeah. Next turn I can just move in here and clear this location, so that seems pretty good. Upkeep. Alright. Alright. Halfway there. Witchweeds. Shuffle it into the Spectral Encounter deck. Okay. No problem. Trespasser. Willpower 3. I now have Willpower 5 thanks to Bandolier. And we make it. I'm just gonna quickly peek the chat. There's nobody. If you're in the chat, if you're watching, give me a shout. Let me know in the comment or in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Wendy was gonna clear location, so I think we're just gonna get right on that. I have to say, having all these 3-cost cards in a Dark Horse deck is kind of awkward because I'm constantly on 2 resources, and I want to play the Dark Horse because like it's pretty good. Yeah, no, okay. We need to tempo a bit. Move here. Investigate with the first Mariner's Compass. Pay 2 resources and 2 resources from here. No, 1 resource from here. So that's +3. It's 6v3. Yeah, 7v3. Alright, resourceful back a Keep Fate. And get 2 clues. Then exhaust the compass. Another +3. And that doesn't do it. That's one short. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Alright. The branch for resource. Alright, Zoe. What are you gonna do? So we could advance now, and that lets us do the spectral stuff. The problem is, once we advance, we can't get clues from non-spectral locations anymore, if I remember correctly. So I kind of want to pick these clues up while the location is non-spectral. It's not like Zoe's run out of cards to set up with. I'll draw a card, see what happens. Okay, well, it doesn't really change my options. Release a token to play Tetsuo Mori. And let's try to clear this. I am 2 over, so nice. Okay. So keeping those threat areas kind of light is always good. Upkeep. Upkeep. No weaknesses yet, which terrifies me. Gravelight. Then I got deck. Search. Okay, this one does search when you shuffle it in, so there's at least that. The spoiled. These spoils. And punishment. Right, this one's annoying for guardians or people in general. Starts hurting you. Yeah, so I want to for sure advance this turn. So I think I'm on gain a resource, drop down a dark horse. And then last action, investigate with Mariner's Compass, put 4 resources into it because I'm not going to be doing anything else. There we go. Get these clues and we will now advance. So hit this button. Let's see, spawn clues on heretics. There we go. So spawn 1 set aside heretic at each of the bunch of locations. All those locations gain 4 clues. We have the mementos, so we get a spectral web asset. Right, that's the whole thing, this scenario. Spectral web. And I do have 3 or more mementos, right? I just want to double check that now that I say that. Like I usually do. Yeah, we have a Mesmerizing Flute, Scrap of Torn Shadow, Gilman's Journal, Keziah's Formula, and a Worn Crucifix, so we sure do. So now we can't get clues at non-spectral locations anymore, but we can start banishing the heretics, which is the main objective. We're trying to get all 4 of them, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. My experience, that's usually not obtainable. Alright, well we definitely need to clear punishment before we start fighting, but fortunately we don't have to do a lot of fighting yet. So for those of you who've never played the scenario before, which I'm assuming is not a lot of people, but if you're watching this stream, I mean, but the goal is to kill the heretics, and they're kind of similar to Undimensioned and Unseen. The big difference is that these heretics you can fight with your normal weapons and your normal attack. So we're going to be bonking some ghosts here pretty soon. That sounds wrong. I should not be saying those things. But we have a big hammer and we're going to be hitting ghosts with it. The Spectral Web asset helps us because it lets us spend clues to also deal more damage, which is nice. But yeah, I think our hammer is still going to do a great amount of work. I'm going to draw a card. So I'm looking for Nephthys, honestly, at this point. Do I have a charisma? I don't have a charisma, so Tetsuo is going to have to die. Sorry, Tetsuo. I'm also looking for Holy Rosary. That's the other card I'm looking for. There's not a lot of blessed tokens in there. We need more blessed tokens in the kills back. Wendy, get on it. Though speaking of getting on it, let me get a resource with LaBranche. So I could just start running in and start hitting heretics with my hammer. They have 6 health, so it's like fairly doable. Honestly, it doesn't feel like the worst plan. It's kind of a bad plan. I might do it next turn. I'm going to try to clear this first. First action. Or second. Oh, right. I've also already taken a draw action. So, yeah. Clear this, and then I will move into here. And so as a free trigger, we can flip these. So next turn, I'm just going to flip it and then just start hitting the heretic. Right, these clues are mine. Upkeep. The Black Book. Well, we don't have hand slots for that. We've run out of hands. We don't need these. We have plenty of clue getting in Wendy. Doom on. Somebody just pinged me. Whomst. Right. Somebody's giving advice, which is probably good advice, but I'm not going to listen. Sorry. Wendy draws a Covenant Initiate, because she is... No, neither of them are spectral locations yet, so... Mills 2 cards... And a Vengeful Witch, the Gallows or Heretic Grave. So this is a card that I actually had a rules question about. So when it's defeated, you explode it. But the thing is, I have the hammer. I'm pretty sure I can just bonk it, and then the move effect happens simultaneous with the damage effect, or rather you can choose the order. So if I succeed, I can just bonk it over to the Gallows and then have it explode, at which point it doesn't kill me. Or it doesn't hurt me. Just gonna check. Yeah, you could go in any order. Excellent. Looks like that has actually been answered. When this engages her, she gets a resource. No need to deal any damage to it because we have the cross. A lot of ghosts coming out. Glad I cleared that punishment. Alright, yeah, Zoe's gonna kill people, so let's start there. Commit a daring. And swing with the Cyclopean Hammer against the Vengeful Witch. -3, this cancels out this, so then we're about 1 billion. So I'm gonna move the witch here and then deal it 3 damage. It explodes, nobody cares. And draw a card, which is an Enchanted Blade. I don't need more weapons. I need all the other cards that I put in my deck that are explicitly not weapons. I like the idea of just like killing a bunch of ghosts. So I'm going to take the free trigger to flip the location over. No, not Zoe, the location. Okay, let's not get haunted. The ghost then immediately engages me. Right, we can parlay with it, but I never usually do that. I'm just gonna hit it. I came here for ghost busting, not ghost talking. Coming out. Oh, and do I get another resource from it engaging me? I'm just gonna hit it. Hammer time. Nice. Deal 3 damage. And draw a card. That's the wrong one. Oh, Smite the Wickets. We have to draw from the Spectral Encounter deck now, because we're at a Spectral location. So, no. Until we hit a enemy. That enemy spawns as far away as possible. And gets the Smite the Wicket attached to it. Pretty sure that's how that works. So, you know, Wicket. And then one more action. Just gonna hit it again. Got 7 cards on hand, so no need to worry about overdrawing, but I could commit one of the Enchanted Blades and then just play Glory later. So I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, hit it. This kills it, or rather defeats it, so we flip it over. Can't be dead. Oh, sorry. Can't be dead. I can't be dead. Keziah promised we cannot die. The spiteful rate does not relent. Your words cannot reach it, but perhaps you can lay it to rest by force. Flip this card back to its enemy side. It makes an immediate attack. When we defeat it next time, it is banished. Alright, fun. So, on the one hand, we actually got one that's, I think, really good for Zoe, because she can just keep hitting it. And it'll go away without having to get any clues or anything like that, because normally you have to crisscross across the map trying to fix it. But it does mean we get just punched twice, which is not very fun. Alright, over in the land of the living, as of right now, we have this Covenant Initiate that we need to deal with. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play, or commit a Nimble and evade this Covenant Initiate. Actually, hold on. There's also this Treachery in my trade area that when I have an invaded witch at my location, I can get rid of it. That also seems kind of good. I'm going to play this. Keep Fate. 2, 3, 4. Dark Horse is now online. I will evade with my Dexterity instead. -3. Should be fine. It's only a 2, so not that hard. Draw a card from the Dexterity. Ooh, hello, Blur. Clear this. And then last action. Do we just move in here? There's no need to pick these clues up right now. I kind of want to... Well, I can't play the Blur right now because it's a spell. Could pick these clues up, but then I'm going to have to deal with her again next turn. Yeah, I'm just going to move up here. I don't want to get non-dom by the Screeching Banshee, and I can just evade this heretic, and then yeah, seems good. All right, so enemy phase. This should have been a damage in a horror, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna get killed, and I'm gonna search the top 9 cards of my deck for a item asset. Come on, Holy Rosary. There it is. There it is. Woo! And then we go to upkeep. The initiate ready. We draw some cards. We gain some resources. We go to 7 out of 8 Doom. Well, that's about to get exciting. Witchweed. Goes into the Spectre and counter deck. Punishments. Oh, that's bad. That's what they call bad. So I think I'm okay with taking a damage from this once. I do want to clear it though, so there is that. Well, we're gonna kill the heretic first. Time for bonking. Hit it with the hammer. Nice. 3 damage. Oh, that's a nice draw right there. No, not 33, just 3. Hit it with the hammer. Okay. Read the text below. Do not read until the ghost is banished. With a final cry, the hellish spirit recoils upon itself and dissipates into thin air. Add this card to the victory display. Congratulations, we are now 1 out of 4 heretics. We're actually doing very well on that front. We take a damage because we killed an enemy. And for our last trick, I will play Ever Vigilant. Or will I? Yes, I will. Yes. Play a Holy Rosary for 1. And then release a Bless token to play an Enchanted Blade for 0. And then play a Rite of Sanctification. This causes the slots to be full. I have a Bandolier which gives me an extra hand slot, but I don't have any way to get more arcane slots. So I will then discard the other one and seal 5 new Bless tokens on this. Seems pretty decent for 1 action. Locked and loaded. Alright, that's the situation with Zoey probably taken care of for now. Over on old Wendy's side. Did I forget to take a resource from LeBron's last turn? Uh-oh. So I'm pretty sure I did, in which case I'm gonna slightly cheat and get it back, because it does actually make a very big difference if I start this turn with 1 resource or 2. And I don't believe there's any reason for me not to be on 2 resources right now. Because then I can do this, which is kind of important. Yeah, so I'm gonna play Blur. I'm going to then flip my location. The heretic's gonna engage me. I will... but I don't even have to spend the charge until after I succeed. So I will evade with Blur. I will use agility. We get +1 agility from here and +1 agility from here. So we're on 6. I swear I can't think anymore. Yeah, that's good for now. 6 versus 3. And we succeed. Now we spend a charge. And we get an extra action back. So we should now be here. Okay. Heretic exhausted. 1 second. I need to cough real bad. Where's the mute button? Here it is. That is much better. Alright, what's a Shroud actually here? Number of Geist enemies in play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shroud is 4, that's not too bad. And we have 2 actions left. And we have a bunch of these compasses here. Compassi? Up for the viewer to decide. I'm just going to boost for 2 resources every time, which puts me at base intellect of 3, +1 from here, +2 from here. 6. 6v4. Is that the best I can do? Oh, guess it is. Oh, well, succeed. And fail. The ability doesn't do anything right now. Wait, actually, do I fail? Let me double check that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, shot is 4. Yeah, I do fail. Just wanted to double check, because it's a bit of a waste if I'm supposed to succeed there. Enemy phase. Heretic readies and engages. Banshee is moving on closer. And then we do upkeep. Obsessive. Hey, there she is. There's our girl. Hi, Nephthys. You're a sight for sore eyes. We advance. Every location is now spectral, and I believe can't flip back. The Spectral Watcher and the Spectral Discard Pile. Let's see. The Watcher, the set. Okay. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually move the non-spectral deck to the side, because we don't really need it as much anymore. Anyway, the Watcher showed up to ruin our party. Rude, don't you think? Like, you've been dead for a while. A couple hundred years. Can't you just let us have some fun? But yeah, we're about to get, a bit of a clobbering. Bloodthirsty Spirits. Additional cost to commit cards, you have to resolve haunted abilities. That's okay. Oh, there's a sneeze stuck in my nose. I hate it. And, unstable energies. So when we leave, we have to resolve every haunted ability here. That's actually kind of bad, because it sets the base intellect or base willpower to 1. But it's also going to go away very quickly, so that's fine. All right. So let's see. The main question is here, like, what do I want to do and in what order? Because there's a couple of different things that are all vying for, like, attention. So the Obsessive, I think, is just going to have to be something that I live with for a turn. I'm probably going to be able to clear it, actually, because of Blur, I can evade this basically without taking an action. And then I can use Obsessive, or then I can take the Obsessive. So I'm going to have to discard one card. It's going to be a shame if it's the Amulet. It's going to be the Amulet. 1 in 5. But that's okay. The main question is, like, the Banshee is a problem, because it hits pretty hard. 2 damage is no joke. And the Punishment is a problem. So I'm thinking... The problem is all the things that I'm thinking are, like, don't actually kill any of these things. But, like, Zoey can probably take 2 damage. That's not a problem. So maybe I do just stay here for a bit and gear up. Because playing Nephthys, right? The thing is, I want to play Nephthys, and I want to clear punishment before I start killing enemies. And I don't want to move to the Haunted Fields if there's a Screeching Banshee there. Or, sorry, if the Spectre Watch is going to move there, because then I'm just going to pile up more enemies. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to do it that way. I'm going to release a Blessed Token here, mostly because I want to get them back in the bag at this point, and pay 1 to play Nephthys. So I was hyping her up earlier, but let me actually say what she does. So +1 willpower. When you would seal Blessed Tokens from the bag, or sorry, when you would remove Blessed Tokens from the bag after skill testing, you get to seal them on her instead. And then after, you can exhaust her to release them back into the Chaos bag or send them back to the token pool, but then you get to do 2 damage. She's also +1 willpower, which brings us up to 1, 2, 3, 7 willpower. Very nice. And a clear punishment. This is -2. So that means Holy Rosary. Add 2 Blessed Tokens. Very nice. And then last action. Oh, we don't really need the mirror yet. Do I move over? Do I just move over to? Yes, I do, because then this is going to trigger, but it doesn't matter for this turn, and it would matter next turn. So yeah, last action, move to Wendy's location. The Unstable Energies triggers. Zoe's willpower, base willpower is now 1, but that isn't going to affect anything. And then the Wendy turns. Start of the turn, she has the Obsessive. Don't be the Amulet. Don't be the Amulet. Don't be the amulet. That's okay. First action, evade the heretic using blur. I don't actually have a way to get rid of this resource, so we are just testing at normal values, basically. But that's okay, don't really need anything. See, we're fine, we're fine! Spend the blur charge, we get the action back. The heretic is evaded. Spend 2 actions, clear obsessive, because we don't want nothing to death. And last action, use the compass. Spend the resource, spend all the resources on Crafty basically, because why wouldn't I? There we go. Clear this out. And then before I forget, research with Labranche. I could also just... I'm thinking about a couple of things. Actually, wait, I'm not going to take a research with Labranche just yet. I have a better plan. So then my turn ends. When the turn ends, Bloodthirsty Spirits trigger. I'm at 5 willpower because of the Dark Horse, and that's why I didn't want to take the research just yet. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. More than, the whole COVID thing already was. Then this hunter shows up, and I am actually thinking of putting him on Wendy and then just killing Labranche. Trigger. Test willpower 2. Commit the Black Book. I know it's sacrilege, but nah. And get that out of here. Excellent. This does need to be killed, but that's what Zoe's for. So, we're good. This also moves, and this gets discarded. And we're going to upkeep. Actually, this doesn't go here, it goes here, as does this. Cheat the system. Nice way to get some resources. Vicious Blow. Very good timing on that one. Doom on. Threat areas are getting a little full here. Fate of All Fools. Alright, that's fine. Burns of the Past. Surges, because there's no things here. Also, sorry, I should have picked who the heretic engages. It's going on Wendy again. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be engaging and then killing the Screeching Banshee here, so yeah. Second Burden of the Past, also Surges. Fate of All Fools, damn it. Okay. So now Wendy draws an encounter card that can't be cancelled, is peril, cannot commit any cards to it. Oof. Okay. I guess we just have 2 Screeching Banshees here. Probably heck of a noise. Alrighty then. Well, time for Zoe to start doing some Bless Magic. So I'm gonna release a token to play Favor of the Sun fast, sealing 3 tokens. I'm going to Hammer Time this Screeching Banshee with the Treachery on it, or with the Smite the Wicked on it. I'm going to release a Bless token from Favor of the Sun, and then I'm just going to Ancient Covenant it, so the test automatically succeeds. The Banshee is dealt damage by a relic, because the hammer is a relic, so it's defeated. Thank you for doing business. Second song, same as the first, or second verse. Oh, also, sorry, when we release that Bless token, we of course seal it here. Yeah, second song, same as the first. I'm gonna just take a gamble here and just attack while it's still engaged with Wendy. This could go horribly, horribly wrong. Hitting small children for damage. Hey, Sobek. Am I saying that right? Nice to see you in the chat. -2. Did not go horribly, horribly wrong. Killed another enemy. And now the question is, I think I'm just gonna... Well, first of all, I'm gonna spend a clue to look at this thing. So Wendy's gonna spend a clue. Parlay. They stole it from me, give it back to me. The spirit searches its surrounding frantically and gasps at you with desperate eyes. It must have lost something important, but what? You must either lose 2 resources or flip it back to its enemy side if you're the chapel attic and has no clues on it. So the chapel attic is all the way over here, which is a bit annoying. So we're going to have to make a bit of a runner for it. Or we leave this one for later. And I think I'm on leave it for later right now. Oh, actually, I realized I should have just played this after killing the second ghost. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. Vicious Blow and a second Rosary. Well, that doesn't help me much. So I think my plan right now is to evade this heretic and then kind of leave it here. Because we have some other problems to deal with first. And Wendy doesn't have any clues left to get her here. So, you know, got to get those clues. That does leave Zoe in a bit of awkward. I'm just gonna lay into her once with a Vicious Blow. Yeah, screw it. Because what's the worst that could happen? Autofill. That's the worst that could happen. But so this does 4 damage. So she's already queued up nicely for when we run back and kill her. That's Zoe's turn. Over on Wendy's side. Yeah. Pretty straightforward, I think. Blur, evasion here. Well, that's a +3. Feel the blast there. Evade here. Get a action back. It is now empty. Do I want a bunch of money? Kind of don't need the bunch of money anymore. I need the cards that go with the money. Show me the money. I have now interestingly set it up where running over is kind of bad. Oh yeah, I'll just do that for now. Move and then investigate here twice. First time spends 2 resources from here, 1 resource from Crafty. Yes, and then spend all my resources from Crafty. And so I'm adding my willpower here, so they should be, you know, a lot. Yep. Okay, so this is foreclosed. That's a pretty decent turn. Alright, end of the turn. Test Bloodthirsty Spirits. Willpower 5. Come on. Make it. Seal a 3rd blast on Nephthys. We go to upkeep. Oh wait, no, we got enemy phase first. Spectre Watcher. I mean, it is the Guardian's duty to get bonked a bit, so let's go over here. And then we upkeep. Heretic also engages, so this triggers her ability twice. But this is in enemy phase, so I'm going to cross and then upkeep it readies. I'm not going to cross her, so I will get a research there. This is gone, right. And then we go to... I didn't draw upkeep here yet. Sorry, I just kind of jumped all over the place. That was maybe bad to follow. I did the enemy phase for these two. I decided to ping the Spectre Watcher, which I realized I didn't actually put on the thing. Then did upkeep, both of them. Also, hi, Guillaume Delacroix. Am I saying that correctly? Sounds French. So we're now going to Mythos, Doomon, encounter cards. We have Bane of the Living. Well, we have no unfinished business in play, so we have to discard cards until we hit a Geist and then draw that Geist. Do we have any Geist left? Probably. Not a lot, though. Oh, there's one. Does this one spawn and engage with you? Yeah, that's the annoying one. Okay, this Malevolent Spirit normally spawns far, far away. This one, however, currently a bit of an annoying one. Oh wait, we have Slip Away in hand. We'll be fine. And Bloodthirsty Spirit. That's actually rather annoying because I do have this Vicious Blow I was planning on using on the Watcher, so... time to adjust our strategies. Fortunately, we have some options. Let's get Wendy going first. Do we have Wendy go first? So I have 3 Blast Tokens sealed on Nephthys right now, so I could just blow 2 damage anywhere I want. And that's kind of tempting on a multitude of targets, so I could just blow up a Heretic with that. I could help make that one shot the Watcher. What is the? Yeah, I don't want to spawn more enemies at the moment, if that's possible. So, and I kind of want to get this Covenant shit out of the way as well, right? Because that's also one that I could potentially kill. So I think I'm on the following plan. The Cyclopean Hammer against the Spectral Watcher. Just get lucky. I'll commit the Vicious Blow. Yeah. Okay, so this is first action. So I have to discard the top 3, and if there's a Geist in here, I have to draw it. There is not. Got lucky. Still lucky. So that does 4 damage. My willpower is about 1 billion right now, so no need to worry there. Which, instead of killing it, heals it, exhausts it, and it doesn't ready next upkeep. So that buys us a little bit of time from the inevitable death. Second action, Hammer Time on the Heretic. That should do it. So she is defeated. And she is now requiring me to pay her money in order to keep her around. But also, when we're at the attic and has no clues on it, we can banish her with Intellect or Agility, which is not exactly Zoe's strong suit. So maybe I made a mistake there, but we'll be fine. And last action, I'm going to move here. When I'm here, I'm going to release 3 blast tokens from Nephthys and exhaust her. Return those tokens to the token pool to deal 2 damage to this initiate. She dies. Boosting past a Fatal Falls. Yeah, Fatal Falls is not a problem. When he's good at this game. Hey, for the people in chat right now, can you just tell me, is my audio level right? Is it easy to hear but not like deafening or anything like that? Because I messed with the mic settings a bit after last stream. I just want to know if it's in a good spot right now. All right, now over here we're going to cheat the system. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 classes here, so let's go to 5 resources. Evade the Malevolent Spirit with Slip Away and commit a Quick Thinking. Bye. We're out of here. And now we have to choose. Oh, sorry, I did forget one trigger. Succeeds, so that adds another 2 blast tokens. Alrighty, I think Wendy's just gonna sprint across the field. And we know we have to go over here. So that's definitely 2 move actions to here. But I think here I'm just going to... a couple of different choices. So I could just investigate with the compass and get one of these things back. Notably, I could try to get the bunch back, which would be nice. I could get a Keep Fate back. I don't need more Keep Fates, I think. Could also just play the Amulet, which is very nice if I draw an enemy next turn, because it gets me Slip Away and then cheat the system. We haven't seen Abandoned Alone yet, and I'm kind of terrified. Plus, I kind of don't want to be on 0 resources right now, I think. Yeah, I'll play the Amulet. Alright. I might come to regret that immediately. So we go to upkeep. This doesn't ready. This also doesn't ready, by the way. We succeed by 2. So these both don't ready. And the upkeep phase when it's ended the round. Okay. Well, it's not Abandoned Alone. No regrets yet. And yeah, that's right. Yeah, lose 2 resources. Doom on and counter cards. Gravelight. If it's drawn from the Spectral encounter deck, take 2 damage and place it in the standard encounter deck discard pile. That's fine. We're like Wendy's a survivor. Another spirit, and this one spawns far, far away from our nice little monster hunter, which is annoying. Like that one, I would rather have spawn on Zoe, but guess we can't have nice things. Actually, 1, 2. Oh wait, no, better spot. I'll just put it over here. That ghost is gonna die. We are about to perform what is known colloquially as ghost busting. Move. Both of these engage. Yeah, we're just gonna get punched in the face a bit. It's fine. Happens to all Guardians. And we're gonna hammer time. So the Cyclopean Hammer against the Malevolent Spirits. Oh, and when they both engage, obviously, we get money. Bonk all the way to the other side of the map, but it still just dies. No effect to trigger when we kill enemies, so we're good here. Well, Wendy, please clear this area so we can actually do the test. Question for the chat, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer here. So this is a card that's in your threat area, right? So you can actually activate this even if it's not in your threat area. So specifically, Wendy could activate this. Pretty sure that's correct, but I just want to double check. Spend 3 resources. So annoyingly, this is a very high strike location. It's 8, and it adds a number of cards in our hand. It's not a lot. Currently, however, we are testing at way too low, I think. 2 from there, 1 from there. So that's 6, 7, 8. Oh, we're actually just dying. 9. 1 over. That's not really good enough. Gonna have to change the plan, I think. Okay, yeah. Second action is not gonna be investigate. Second action is gonna be draw. Interesting. Well, last action is gonna be playing Breaking and Entering, I guess, because if we succeed, we get to automatically evade the heretic and not get punched in the face, and you know, I'm all for that. Also, I'm gonna just boost this by 4 because it do be like that. All right. Succeed. Heretic evaded. Clue token acquired. And I get to play that again. No, it goes on the bottom of my deck because of amulets. Alrighty. No enemies need to do anything, so we go to upkeep. That's just funny. Heretic engages Wendy. Oh, 1 second, there's a cough coming. Alright, sorry, and I'm back. We were doing upkeep. Sure. Oh, also, this deck ran out, so... yeah. Oh, and you lose 2 resources, of course. From the other side, agility 3, and then I think we lose a bunch of cards here. Yeah, you discard cards from your hands. That's nasty. Commit a resourceful. Perfect. I will get back Madame Labranche. Bane of the Living. There are no... Actually, wait, no, there is. Sure. So this gets flipped back, and it has 3 damage on it. Because, let's face it, Zoey has no problem killing things. I think this counts as an enemy engaging me, so I'm just gonna put a damage on her, I think. No, just get a resource. It does mean that Zoey probably wants to go first, but that's not really a problem. Because I kind of want to yeet some of these blast tokens around anyway. Actually, no, I will put a damage on her with the cross. I will release one of these tokens on a hammer swing against the other heretic, and then Ancient Covenant it. So that's 3 damage there. And then I will hammer swing against that heretic again. Oh, and that blast token gets sealed on Nephthys. That's a hit. This one is defeated. It's coming for us both. The Wraith is in a panic, casting its gaze into the dark woods in search of some enigmatic predator. But what could something that is dead possibly fear? At the start of the enemy phase, if the Spectral Watcher is in play, ready it. Evade. Action evade. Use only in the Spectral Watcher. Use your lowest skill value for this evasion attempt. If you succeed, the ghost is banished. We have to deal with the Spectral Watcher for this one. That's very interesting. Unfortunately, Pax, I have been doing a lot of coughing into my shoulder because, you know, something coronavirus. Release a blast token here. Play Keep Fate. That's actually an interesting question. You can play this when there's already 8 tokens, right? And just add 2 blast tokens. That still works. Still valid. Anyway, those were 2 hammer swings that direction. I guess I didn't get to do what I wanted to do, which was kill this with just a Nephthys. So we're just going to hammer swing here. Of course, here they come. Okay. Seal here. And then this is dead again. Kind of lost track of my turn there slightly. But we have both of these in the unfinished business now. And Zoe's actually pretty decent at this one. So we're going to hopefully keep that around. But Wendy is going to have to deal with the other one. And Bradley, can you just confirm for me? This is a card in my threat area. In the threat area of investigator my location, I can activate it, right? I can just do it on somebody else. So Wendy is going to attempt that test. Agility test. Wish I had a way to... I do actually. I'll first gain a resource, then I'll spend 2 resources to play Madame Lagrange, and then last action I will attempt that test. Agility 4. I'm at 5 right now. 6, 7. 6. And if I fail, I have a Wendy redraw. Right, she has an ability printed on her. There we go. Now she's paying attention. There it is. All right. Succeed and get it out of there. 2 in the unfinished business. We're doing very well. All right, beginning the enemy phase. It is in play, but it's already ready. Hunters. Hunters? Oh yeah, it does gain Hunter, right. It's like, it gains Hunter, right? But yeah, it gets so if it has a spectral location. Actually, wait, I'm totally cheating. This location hasn't been cleared yet. My bad. For some reason, I assumed that I had already got all the clues here, but I haven't yet, so I can't do that. So I need to do that. Well, that has priority then. So I will do the Lagrange trick again. So first action, get a resource. Second, play Lagrange, and then these 2 are still in hand. I'm just gonna rewind my turn. Sorry, cheating. And then last action, I will Mariner's Compass, boost for 4. I still only have 2 cards in hand, so it's still like it's 7, 8, 9. I'm still 1 over. No, 2 over, right? Yeah, 2 over because of the Dark Horse. I'm actually gain a resource with Lagrange and then spend it on the Compass, so I'll be 3 over. Alright, get 2 clues. I did in fact return slip, but there's a slight delay on the chat, I'm assuming. Alright, so now we can go to upkeep. The hunter enemies are already moved. Oh, hello, cheat the system. I like you in this situation because you can spend a lot of money on the compasses. This doesn't do anything, this does do something. And Mythos. Figured it was going too well. Uh-oh. Well. Unstable energies, bloodthirsty spirits. Okay, come on, Wendy. Now's your time to shine. First action, draw card. All right. Second action, compass. Pay 4, 5. So start at 4 thanks to Dark Horse. Yeah, this is decent. Yep, okay. Get this clue, get a second hypothetical clue that doesn't happen. Then last action, manual dexterity. Let's do the test on the agility one. Hey! There we go. It's almost like I was cheating or anything like that. Draw a card from that. It's gonna be... Okay, there's 10 cards left in the deck. One of them is an event. 2 of them might be events, the bottom 2. And so the Abandoned Alone is in the next 8 cards somewhere. There's 12 cards in my discard pile. This is gonna suck. Alright, so we don't really have an option for evading the Watcher yet. We do have an option for beating the tar out of this one though, so, you know, I'm just saying, maybe we go hurt some people. I really want to, like, I'm glad I have 2 take the initiative, so I'm kind of worried about this forced effect, or this haunted effect, actually, because I have 5 or more cards in hand. So is there any way for me to get a card out of my hand to thereby make it Well, I have to get 2 cards. Okay, fine. We'll just do it the hard way. Move, and we'll discard 2 cards. Okay, please don't be both take the initiatives, because I want one of those to... I need to evade the Watcher with the lowest skill value. Mirror and success. Okay, neither of the take the initiative. Excellent. And there's a Heretic here that we have to deal with. Prepare to be bonked. Hammer time. I'm just gonna start using these up. So I've revealed the blessed token, and then into another shine. Nice, nice. Actually, in that case, so that does 4 damage, 3 from the hammer and 1 from my ability. Also, I got a resource when I engage you. And exhaust. Return those tokens to the token pool. Deal 2 damage. Have an action left. My bones. What have they done to my bones? The wraith is mangled and corrupted nearly beyond recognition. Something has torn through it inside and ripped its soul to shreds. In the round, you must either choose and discard 2 cards from your head. Oh no! Or flip the card back to the enemy side. Heretic's grave and it has no clues on it. I believe we already cleared that one. Yes! Alright, this is looking like a 4 heretic clear. Nice, and it's also the 2 tests that she's the best at. So that's very lucky. I have 1 action left. Honestly, I'm just going to draw a card because I'm now going to have to start pitching a whole bunch of cards. So draw a card. It's glory. Well, a little too late, but whatever. Test Bloodthirsty Spirits. Succeed. 2 blessed tokens to the Chaos bag with my Rosary. Hunter enemies move. And we go to Upkeep. Hey, look who's finally showing his face. It's Jacob Morrison. And then I have to discard 2 cards. And lose 2 resources. No, wait. Ready the Watcher, but was already evaded. Oh, actually. Oh, we're like 1 dupe away from advancing. I didn't keep a good eye on the clock. Wow, okay. Wow, okay. So I have 5 or more cards in my hand. So I have to discard 2 cards, and then discard a card, and then in order to leave the location, I have to discard a card. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm about to have to discard another card. So there goes Wendy's plans. From the other side, oh no, what's the thing here? Is it the one that makes more enemies? Yup. Also this, oh, both the locations still have their victory points on them, or their clues on them as well. I have not been playing well. Maybe because I'm like super tired and kind of sick. Probably it. I'll come and take the initiative because we're losing. Or losing, well actually I say that. But then, hey look, it's more Russian spam bots. Let me just report. Spam. Okay. That's a -3 right now. Cancels that out, so I have to put an enemy into play. That's great. Got my other weakness? Yeah, it is. Because I haven't seen the other weakness yet, so this is actually my weakness. Nice. When I engage it, I will ping it to death. Hey. Okay, is there any way for me to win this turn? One, two, three. I don't think there is. And I'm trying to see if there's any way for me to get all the victory points, and that's also looking rather unlikely. I completely missed that we were already on 6. Wait, no, sorry. Oh yeah, we're 6 or 7 doom. Right. So my options are move, evade, or move, resign, resign, which is okay. But like, I don't wanna. One, two. So there's an interesting question. Can you use the ability on the unfinished business here if the Spectral Watcher is not at your location. I think this was a discussion. I think the answer was no, unfortunately, right? It might still work. You know what? F it. We're not winning this one anyway, so let's do some stupid stuff. Move. Let's try to get it, right? Because I can move even. No, that doesn't quite work. Well, no, actually it does. I just die in the process if I fail. Right, and Wendy has no way of boosting her combat. So you have to draw a blessed token. Move. When? Nah. Oh, let me back up real quick. Let me see. There was a line I thought that maybe worked. Right, the problem is that these both cost actions, and I have to end Zoe's turn here. So she has to go 1, 2. Oh, she just has to straight up spend 3 actions moving. Never mind, that's never gonna work. Because like then Wendy never is fast enough. Is there anything I can do here? Such an anticlimax to end here. Right? That's kind of the annoying thing. Wait, what if we moved the heretic into... Actually, that might work. Okay, so I'm gonna go for 3 heretics here. Wait, no, because take the initiative only first again. None of this works. I hate it. Does that at least work? 1, 2, 3. But then I'm probably just dead to these attacks, right? Because this thing hits for how much? Damage and 2 horror. And that the other one hits for damage and a horror as well. So it'd be 3 horror. Yeah, we're not surviving that. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, I think the best I can do is actually just this. Move here. They both engage me. I'm going to try to evade the Watcher. Commit to take the initiative. I'm testing... I guess I'm testing intellect, so I'll try this in as well. So that's 4 icons. Nice. If you succeed, the ghost is banished. Alright. So, and this is also evaded. And I wish there was any way for me to get to the Heretic's grave in time. But there's not. So, no use crying about it. Let's kill this ghost at least. Boop. Ghost is done. Alright. Wendy's gonna move. Trigger, discard a card. Investigate here. Don't think I've ever actually timed out on this scenario before. That's interesting. I thought I was doing way better than I actually was, I guess, in hindsight. Like one more turn would have made such a big difference here. Well, draw a card and live with the consequences. Upkeep. There it is. I was like, has to be the last card in the deck, or the last card we draw, right? It has to be Abandon Alone. And then the Watcher's bearing down on us. All right, we advance. Light fades as the anomaly closes in around you. Trees, graves, wall, all is enveloped by an otherworldly mist. Deep in the murk, worlds away and yet drawing ever closer, the cold light of the Watcher's gaze radiates before you. It is time for your reckoning, R2. I'm very curious what happens now. Where's my phone? I need to open Arkham DB. Or not Arkham DB, Arkham Cards. Resolution 2. Resigned to your fate, you fall to your knees. The mist parts, time slows to a crawl as the Watcher emerges. Its spectral form glides along the ground, approaching you with the slow surety of a ticking clock. You close your eyes, unwilling to look upon your killer. Your fingers dig into your palm and you brace yourself. The moment passes. When you open your eyes, the creature is gone along with the spectral mist. Have you been spared? In your campaign log, record that the investigator survived the Watcher's embrace. In your campaign log, record X heretics were unleashed into Arkham. X number of heretic enemies in play. Well, that's 0, because they are all out of play. This is a unfinished business, and I believe you don't flip those back, so... and we earn Victory X, which is, in this case... This one doesn't get added, unfortunately, and I did miss clearing this one, which I think if... I could have probably fixed that if I played better. But again, okay, 4 VP. 4 victory points. Well, that was probably going to be it for the stream. I didn't take 2 mental trauma. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. That was fun. At least got my mind off the current situation a bit. I'm going to probably be back with this fairly soon. I mean, still have a campaign to finish, and I'm liking these decks. I'm liking how they're shaping up. Wish I had a little bit more space for Zoey specifically, because she's having some difficulty. It's the problem where, like, I want stick to the plan and charisma and like 4 allies and all that other stuff, but I also recognize that if I had all that stuff, it would just be broken. I don't know. I think I'm just a little shy on XP for her. I think because the problem is that Wendy is getting 2 XP every extra scenario, but she's not short on XP. Like, I'm having difficulty figuring out what I want to upgrade with her. And we didn't see Jacob again. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you around. Bye.